Under the ocean, a vast network of cables carries the world's information. These cables are the backbone of the internet. They are responsible for almost all international phone calls, emails, and financial transactions. This hidden network is essential for our modern world. Without these cables, global communication would grind to a halt. These cables are vulnerable. They can be damaged by accidents, natural disasters, and even sabotage. Repairing these cables is a complex and expensive process. It requires specialized ships and equipment. The companies that own and operate these cables have a lot of power. They control the flow of information around the world. The security of these cables is a growing concern. Governments and intelligence agencies are increasingly interested in tapping into these cables. They want to intercept communications and gather intelligence. This has led to a new kind of arms race as countries compete to control the undersea cables. Data doesn't just travel in a straight line, it follows specific paths determined by routing protocols. These protocols decide where data goes and how it gets there. China has been investing heavily in a technology called software-defined networking, or SDN. SDN gives more control over these routing protocols. This control is raising concerns. China could use SDN to manipulate the flow of data. It could redirect traffic, even if it's not supposed to go through China. Imagine sending an email from London to New York, but it first goes through a server in Beijing. That's the kind of control SDN offers. This manipulation could have serious consequences. It could slow down internet speeds and disrupt businesses. It also raises concerns about data security and privacy. If China can control where data goes, it can also potentially access and monitor that data. This situation creates a complex geopolitical dilemma. Countries rely on the internet for communication, commerce, and more. Yet, the power to control this vital resource is becoming increasingly concentrated. Undersea cables need regular maintenance. This involves sending ships out to repair damaged sections. China has been increasing its fleet of these specialized ships. This raises concerns about their intentions. These repair ships have access to the cables. Some worry they could be used for more than just repairs. Could they be installing surveillance equipment? Could they be tapping into the cables to intercept data? The lack of transparency makes it difficult to know for sure. The potential for surveillance is a major concern. These cables carry sensitive information including government communications, financial transactions, and personal data. Access to this data would be a huge intelligence coup. This activity raises serious questions about international law and security. Can a country legally tap into cables in international waters? What are the implications for global trust and cybersecurity? Section 4. Mapping the ocean floor. China has been aggressively mapping the ocean floor. This might seem harmless, but these maps have strategic importance, especially when it comes to undersea cables. Knowing the location of cables gives you an advantage. You know where to cut them off in a conflict. You also know the best places to potentially tap into them for surveillance. China's detailed maps raise concerns about their motives. These maps are also valuable for military purposes. They can help submarines navigate and avoid detection. China's growing submarine fleet makes these maps even more significant. They could be used to challenge other countries in strategically important areas. The mapping activities are part of a larger pattern of Chinese assertiveness in the region. This behavior is causing alarm among neighboring countries and raising tensions in the region. Section 5. A new age of power. The world is entering a new age of geopolitical competition. This competition is playing out not just on land and in the air, but also beneath the waves. Control over undersea cables and the information they carry is becoming a key source of power. China's actions are shifting the balance of power. Their control over cable routes, repair ships, and seabed maps gives them a significant advantage. This advantage could be used for economic and political leverage. This situation has profound implications for global security. Disrupting or controlling the flow of information could have devastating consequences. It could cripple economies, disrupt communications, and even spark conflicts. The international community needs to address this issue. We need to develop rules and norms for the responsible use of undersea cables. We need to ensure that this vital infrastructure remains secure and accessible to all. The future of the internet and perhaps even global stability may depend on it.